Tinubu, GCFR. My darling wife, thank you very much for your support. My brother governors that are here, Governor of Kwara, Governor of Imo, Governor of Ogun, Governor of Borno, Governor of Ekiti, Governor of Kogi, Deputy Governor Nasarawa, thank you all very, very, very much for coming. Your Excellency, Mr. Deputy Governor and his darling wife, thank you for your support and collaboration. Members of the National Assembly, starting with the Chief of Staff, to the President, a former Speaker of the House, I want to acknowledge you, and through you all FEC members, the Honorable Minister, members of the National Assembly that are here, thank you very much. My Speaker in the Lagos State House of Assembly, thank you very much. Your Excellencies, the various ambassadors of the various missions that are here, thank you very much. But to thank the ambassador of the People's Republic of China, thank you very much. All our traditional fathers that are here, thank you very much. Our political leaders, especially the GAC members led by Prince Tajuddin Olusi, our captains of industries that are here, I want to respectfully adopt the very well established protocols that have been adequately and respectfully made by the MC. I give God Almighty, the giver of life, the one that is, that was, that will always be. I give God the glory for bringing all of us here today and for making today's event not only a landmark event in Lagos, but for giving all of us the ability to see today's goodness. So I thank God Almighty for bringing all of you here today. Mr. President, exactly 9 months ago today, May 29, 2023, today is February 29, 2024. It's no coincidence because February 29 happens once every 4 years. Today, 9 months ago, you swore as the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federation of Nigeria. Today, Mr. President, also, coincidentally, I also took an oath as a returning governor of Lagos State. Today marks, indeed, a day that history will not forget in a long time. But I know too well that history will be kind and be fair to you. Because today is not just an ordinary day. It's not just a day that we're picking in the calendar. It's a day that God has ordained. Because by sheer coincidence, we are celebrating 9 months in office. And we have seen, and we can begin to see what those 9 months have been for you. It is by sheer luck of poetic destiny you are here today, exactly 9 months after that swearing in, to breathe into life a vision that you started, a vision of progress, a vision of connectivity, a vision that is people-driven. As our governor 20 years ago, you breathed that vision. But today, as our president, you are here to see that vision come to reality. We want to thank God for your life. We want you to know that it's been a tough 9 months. But we are convinced because we know of what you are made of. We know what capacity, what capability you are made of. Because Lagos can continue and is continuing to see all of that. The country might be going through a lot, but we are convinced, given your sheer determination, given the audacity that you have, given your purposeful vision for this country, that by the time the story of this nation is being told, you, Mr. President, history will be fair to you. And it's no doubt that this moment is for Lagos. It's not just about us. It's about the teeming 25 million Lagosians that have believed and have held on to that vision. Indeed, today's event is the culmination of a long and painstaking journey of reforming our transportation sector. In the year 2003, you, Mr. President, established the Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, LAMATA, to coordinate and oversee transport policies and programs in Lagos State. Just December, 2 months ago, we celebrated LAMATA's 20th anniversary. I uniquely was privileged to be part of your administration that birthed LAMATA 20 years ago. On that, you've allowed a seamless movement of people and fuel economic growth and development of our state. I stand here very proud to say that the Lagos State Strategic Transport Master Plan that outlines what those integrated rail systems stood for, which are 6 rail corridors, 1 monorail, 14 BRT corridors, and over 20 water routes on vast network of what is today the tiniest, smallest state in our country called Lagos State. We're indeed happy that that master plan is alive, is working, and all successive government, from my brother Baba Tinubu Fashola to my other brother Akim Ambode, and to our humble administration, have kept faith with it. For the first time in the history of Lagos, we have a system comprising and integrating 3 modes of transportation. The road, which is the BRT that we're using, the rail, which is the Rail Master Transit Program, and the waterways through the statewide ferry service. Every day, millions and millions of Lagosians cross this integrated urban transportation infrastructure, uniting them into a world-class digital payment platform. Today, Mr. President, we have designed locally a cowrie card that over 4.2 million Lagosians have in their hand. This integration that has achieved a means of transportation means that every cowrie card carrying member can choose either to travel on a BRT bus, can choose to travel on any of our ferry services, can also choose to travel on our rail infrastructure. This is a platform that is working and is working well in Lagos. Mr. President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's no coincidence that the first pillar in this administration's Teams Plus agenda is traffic management and transportation. And we're putting a lot of work to build what our predecessors have done and to continue delivering results to the people of Lagos State. We've commissioned and handed over 5 BRT corridors that are in operation now. We have also commissioned and handed over the first phase of the Blue Line from Mile 2 to Marina, which is wholly powered by electricity, which was commissioned by our former president, President Muhammadu Buhari, about a year ago. And has since commenced passenger operation, carrying hundreds of thousands of passengers on a daily basis. In the area of road, there's been major road infrastructure that are ongoing and that we have completed, from the revamping of the old Ojo Road in Amuwo Odofin to Abiola Onigemo Road in Ifakwajayi, to Ishekun Cap David Road in Alimosho, to the Agric Ishawo Irepo Road in Ikorodu, to the 10-lane Lagos Badagry Express Road, to the ongoing Ojota Opebi Link Bridge and Approved Road, all culminating and pushing out the infrastructure of Lagos, to the Lekki-Epe Express Road, reinforced concrete from Epe Junction all the way to Abamade Sonya. We are connecting the dots of Lagos in different ways. In the grand tapestry of our development agenda, we are advancing a series of visionary legacy initiatives that span various sectors: in healthcare, in education, in tourism, in housing, and of course in public transportation. Some of these projects includes, we have started the second phase of the Blue Line from Mile 2 all the way to Okokomaiko. Our brother governor, Ogun State, is talking to us to extend that also into his own corridor. We will show him what the numbers are, and I'm sure he'll write the check, because we have no other neighbor apart from Atlantic Ocean is Ogun State. And so we don't want to annex them, but we don't want to develop into Ogun State. Mr. President, we are pioneering an Omukri project that will open up additional opportunity and real estate in Lagos. We are on conversation with the Lekki-Epe International Airport. We're building the first logistics food hub in the whole of West Africa, the Lagos Food Security Hub. We are also at the verge of starting the fourth mainland bridge, which you, Mr. President, still spoke to me about this morning. It will happen in your time, and we will call you in future years to come and unveil and commission. We are currently negotiating, completing financing, creative financing that you keep talking to us about. Creative financing, the ability to think and do. That's what we're about. And by the grace of God, we will not stop at anything to achieve this. All these major projects we've outlined is to add to the multiple of inner roads, bridges, and junctions that we have completed and that millions of Lagosians are currently enjoying. Each of these projects, we believe, is a cornerstone in our unwavering commitment to furthering prosperity, the future of Lagos and its esteemed citizens. I want to thank my brother governors because we always continue to do peer review amongst ourselves. We've had several of other subnationals that have come to listen and learn from us, and we're also listening with them. There's the G2G collaboration that we're working with Kwara, we're working with Niger, we're working with Nasarawa, and that's why all of them are here, so that we all can indeed ensure that we're developing this country concurrently at our various subnationals. Today, Mr. President, we mark an historic milestone in the annals of Lagos and indeed in our nation, with the commissioning of the Lagos Rail Mass Transit, the Red Line, a 37-kilometer of modern engineering that stretches from Agbado, again in Ogun State, all the way to Oyinbo, and in the phase 2 will connect to National Arts Theatre. The segment we're inaugurating today spans 27 kilometers from Agbado through Iju, Agege, Ikeja, where we are, Oshodi, Mushin, Yaba, and Oyinbo. We started construction mid-2020, and I'm happy that all of these stations and all the infrastructure are ready, completed for the populace to use. As part of the project, we have also completed and constructed 5 overpasses. Mr. President, you will see overpasses that are strategically located at Mushin, at Ikeja along, you will see here, at Oyinbo, at Yaba, and of course at Penn Cinema. And we desire that vehicular flow will be eased because there will not be any vehicular intersection when the trains are moving. Mr. President, the Honorable Minister will also be speaking with you because there are 2 or 3 others that we're hoping that the federal government will support us with so that we can complete that entire node. At this juncture, Mr. President, let me, if the slides will not fail me, to digitally also unveil and show you the other stations that we have that were completed. I don't know if the screen is ready to show the Oyinbo station. Can I see the Oyinbo station, Mr. President? This is the Oyinbo station.
Thank you, Mr. Governor. This is Oyinbo station.
Thank you very much. That is the iconic Oyinbo station. Next will be the Yaba station. If I can see Yaba station.
This is our station, Yaba station.
This is also Yaba station, which is very iconic. It has an overpass bridge as well. The next will be the Mushin station. My Mushin people understand and appreciate.
Governor Sanwo-Olu, we see you.
Next will be the iconic, well, the Ikeja station. That's where we are now. We don't need to see that. We'll see it, you know. The Agege station. If I can see the Agege station. That is
we
the Agege
appreciate
station.
you, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu.
That is the Agege station. All of our people from the northern part and all my speaker people that are living in Agege, they understand the importance of that station today. Let me see the Iju station. This is the Iju station, Mr. President.
Thank you, Governor Sanwo-Olu.
So you can see, Mr. President, that we're not just talking, we're doing, and all these stations are live, are ready to receive passengers and to receive commuters once the operation starts. Mr. President, thank you very much. And in pursuant of our operational excellence, and we're steadfast committed to enhancing the life of our citizens, the launch of the Red Line commenced with introduction of cargo train that were procured last year all the way in America. We have also additionally procured 3 sets of GWR rolling stock from the United Kingdom in 2023. And just a few weeks ago, to bolster our capacity and to show the unwavering commitment of our president, I was in China to finalize the procurement of additional 6 rolling stock for the Red Line and the Blue Line. And please give Mr. President a round of applause. He has supported us in achieving the procurement of those rolling stock. Thank you very much, sir. We are indebted to you, and we're indeed grateful for your support. At full capacity, the phase 1 of the Red Line will transport 250 passengers daily, and this will grow to a total of 750 passengers when it is fully in operation with all the complementary rolling stock that is required. I stand here with a lot of gratitude for my predecessor, His Excellency Babatunde Raji Fashola, SAN, CON, for starting the construction at that time of the Blue Line, and his worthy successor, His Excellency Mr. Kiumi Ambode, for his insightful and indelible contribution at pushing that rail construction on the Blue Line. Your service to Lagos will continue to be greatly appreciated. I must also mention the role played by the Central Bank of Nigeria at helping to galvanize local funding through the differentiated cash reserve ratio. The 3 banks supported us extensively on the Red Line: United Bank for Africa, the First Bank PLC, and the Zenith Bank PLC. I think they deserve a round of applause. The Red Line will share tracks with the Nigeria Railway Corporation, NRC, service from Lagos to Ibadan. We therefore want to thank our former President, Goodluck Jonathan, for signing off the sharing track agreement, and to thank very, very deeply the management and staff of the Nigerian Railway Corporation for supporting us. And to stand here and thank your minister, the Minister of Transportation, distinguished Senator Seidu Alkali, for your support, Mr. Senator, Mr. Honorable Minister, and for giving direction to Nigeria Railway Corporation, and to the great speech you have given to us here, that it's only when we work together as national and sub-national that we can realize the conversation of a real Nigerian story which Mr. President is leading. Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. Thank you very much, the NRC and all your staff, for collaborating with us. Mr. President, it is not the end of the story, but merely the beginning. As I said earlier, we're on a long and exciting journey. Much has been accomplished, but there's still a lot more that we need to do ahead of us. There are a total of 6 lines that we have on our Lagos rail mass transit system when fully developed. We have already started preliminary works on the next 2 rail projects, the Green Line and the Purple Line. The Green Line is a 71.4 kilometer rail from Marina all the way to the Lekki Free Trade Zone, one of the fastest growing industrial areas of our country, of our continent, that you, Mr. President, 22 years ago. And we're happy that we're taking this rail corridor to that place. And also, we'll be setting where the Lagos Lekki Epe International Airport also will be bathed. The Purple Line is a 54.35 kilometer rail from Ojo, close to Alasu, all the way into Mowe again inside Ogun State, because we can't go anywhere. We have to continue to develop and push, our conversation into Ogun State. So these two rail projects are also at advanced stage, and we're pushing on the conversation. We have additional other ones, the orange and also the yellow lines to contend with. Mr. President, in closing, I would like to once again commend the dedication of everyone involved in bringing this project to life. I want to thank the current Central Bank Governor, Mr. Oluyemi Cardoso, for his invaluable support that has rendered Lagos Rail on our infrastructure journey. I want to also thank, all the way from China, the president of CCCC Worldwide, Mr. Liu Win-Won, who I met on my last trip to China, who had given marching orders to CCCC to ensure that all other projects, rail and otherwise, with Lagos State are fast-tracked. I want to thank CCCC for their collaboration, for their engagement with us, and we're indeed happy that we can build, on all of the successes. Mr. Jensen Zen, the current chairman of CCCC in Nigeria, we're proud with our engagement, we're proud with our working relationship. Mr. President, it will remain of me if I do not thank our other arm of government. I want to extend our arm of thanks with the collaborative effort we have with the Lagos State House of Assembly. Today, that house is run by the Speaker himself, Dr. Mudashiru Ajayi Obasa, with 39 others, and they see themselves as a supportive arm of the executive. They continue to work with us, they continue to engage with us, and they continue to ensure that whatever it is that we need to do together on the Lagos journey is realizable. We want to thank you, Mr. Speaker. We also want to thank our judiciary for always ensuring that, we keep to the tenets of separation of power, and our judicial service in Lagos not only is the biggest judicial service as a subnational, but they continue to render that service selflessly to the people and the citizens of Lagos. To the Lagos State Executive Council, we cannot begin to thank ourselves, but I want to thank my partner, my brother, Mr. Deputy Governor, and the entire EXCO for believing in my leadership, for supporting me at all times, and for ensuring that when some of those my crazy, audacious ideas come on board, they give me the needed tonic and support to make sure it is a reality. Mr. President, I want to thank an agency that you created 20 years ago, Lamata, starting with his first managing director, Dr. Dayo Meberiola. I don't know if he's in the audience here today, but we cannot thank him enough for birthing the idea with you, for working tirelessly to the growth of Lamata. And subsequently, engineer Jordan Dabiri as well paid his own part as well to ensure that Lamata continues to strive and to push ahead. But today, the celebrant of today is no other person than the current managing director of Lamata, a woman of strong conviction, a real Amazon, engineer Mrs. Abimbola Akeanjo, a true Omo Isaleko, Nee Adams, somebody that I would say was my faculty mate in University of Lagos. But I've led in the last 5 years this agency called Lamata to become a world-known agency that other nations are copying what Lamata is to Lagos. We are replicating the success of Lamata not only in our country but globally. I want to thank the management and staff under your leadership to say that we're proud with what we're about. But once we've thanked you, you should know that it is more work that has been beckoned on you. And to thank finally our concessionaire that we're working with, Messrs. First Metro and all of their staff. Mr. President, Lagosians cannot thank you enough. Nigeria is on a journey, and you are leading that journey. We're proud to identify with you. We are happy with the strides you are taking. We're happy with how you are leading this country. But for us in Lagos, we believe you. You've done it here before. We can testament to it. We can show. We can demonstrate it. And want to say to you that all of your audacious pronouncement, all of your giant steps that you are taking, God will give you the step and the ability to take it to a final conclusion. We're happy with you. We pray God to give you good health, long life, to see the successes that we have seen in Lagos, for Nigeria to see those successes. We believe that that will happen in your time. We're indeed happy that you are our president at this very time, and God Almighty will strengthen you. It is therefore my honor, if the gentlemen of the press will allow, that Mr. President witness the signing of the phase 2 of the red line. It's just a 2-minute ceremony which Messrs. Lagos State, through Lamata and CCCC will also sign. The phase 2 of it will start from Oyingbo. And like I explained to you, sir, it will take off and it will go and join the red line at the National Arts Theatre. Because there is no rail connection anywhere in the world if it doesn't connect with another rail infrastructure. That is the only way where it becomes integrated and it becomes usable and functional. Because commuters can hop in and hop off from a line and be able to change and connect with another rail connector. So if they are ready, it's just 1 or 2 of them, they would sign it before I invite you for your speech, Mr. President.
Gentlemen of the press, please, let's create a pathway.
We've just heard the address from Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, of course, at the commissioning of the Red Line train, which in itself will signal the takeoff of another major game changer in Lagos State's transportation infrastructure. The rail project itself is being undertaken by the Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, LAMATA, an agency under the Ministry of Transportation. It's important to note that the Lagos Light Rail Network was flagged off by the Bola Tinubu administration back in 2003.
Right, now we'll bring the conversation into studio. The governor, of course, began with a strong vote of confidence for the president's administration, as he acknowledged that today marks 9 months of the administration in office. Now, while these formalities take place, let's have this conversation. We will come back, of course. The president will address us. But Mr. Ifeni, Mr. Shobowale, your thoughts on this milestone project and, of course, the vote of confidence that resonated throughout the governor's speech?
Yes, well, the inauguration of this landmark project, which is another phase in the modernization of transportation in Lagos State, integrated transportation system, BRT, marine, rail. And when Governor Sanwo-Olu started this red line, because the construction of the blue line had not been completed. Many thought, could he be jumping the gun? Because the blue line still need to get to Kokomaiko and beyond. But he started, pursued it with zest and gusto, and today he's about to commission 37 kilometers of the red line. I think this is in itself deserves some commendation and applause. Because he started it in 2020, and this is 3 years down the line, and they're commissioning for use. So to add 37 kilometers of rail line from Iju, Agbado to Oyingbo, if you know that stretch very well, like some of us do, you know that you'll be carrying a lot of the Lagos masses, and they'll be traveling in comfort over that distance every day. I think it's a remarkable achievement. Of course, the governor had to use the opportunity to renew some hope that 9 months into his administration, which is 9 months of the president, of course, you know, at the center, we're having a lot of pains and a lot of course, grumblings as seen by the recent protest. So a positive And since the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was one who started this rail modernization some years ago, it was good to link it.
And speaking of the president, so sorry to interrupt you, let's go live now straight as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu addresses us.
Thank you very much. The very hard working governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the chairman of the governor's forum, the governor of Ogun, Hope of Imo, the governor of Borno, the governor of Ekiti, the governor of Kogi, Ododo, and the rest of us and the deputy governor of Nasarawa. Thank you very much, all of you, giving support to one of real person, a member of your club, a sub-national. Abrazak, the chairman of the governor's forum, you may want to extend this corridor to Kwara. The first governor, Akinwumi Ambode, and other members who had been here, I could see your hand. Many of you. So the First Lady of Lagos State, thank you for the support. The Deputy Governor, thank you for the support. Mrs. Deputy Governor, thank you. All of you. It is when the home is at peace and you can think and do the job. The Honorable Minister for Transport, the Speaker of Lagos State, I will see you loud. God bless you. Thank you very much. Our leader, our uncle, Prince Oluyole Olusu. Thank you. To the diplomatic members here, and Chief of Staff to the President, former governors Akinwumi Ambode, of diplomatic corps again, or captain of industry, one of our great leaders, Rasak Akane Okoya, is here present. Thank you for all you are doing for industrialization. All the senior government officials, from the beginning of Lamata, the transport community, this is the dream realized. Thank you all very much. the members of the media, I could see one of our construction guru of high-tech here present. Thank all of you for the good welcome home for me. Even though it's very short, from this venue I'm on my way to another national assignment. But still, and I enjoy being back. And I am happy I'm back. I'm happy that history of Lagos will remember all of us. I will be kind. I am very, very happy indeed that today is a day to remember, and that infrastructural history of our country, and particularly Lagos, my Lagos, the center of excellence. Today is an evidence that it's good to dream, and it's a serious validation of democracy by the people, for the people. When you put people at the central focus of your vision and planning, you will realize the value of democracy. This is what we are here to do. Because 25 years ago, I was elected to lead Nigeria's most populous state, the smallest in land mass. Those were very different times, when all that existed here was suppressed and aborted potential. From the grim beginning, my team and I toiled day and night to craft and to implement a developmental vision that will transform Lagos into the economic powerhouse of Africa and a respected mega city on the global stage. We are realizing that dream. The distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to declare to you that the momentum of greatness we kick-started a quarter of a century ago has since become an unstoppable force. It's not a crime to dream and dream big. Just stay focused and stay on course. Development, the central focus. One of the ongoing transformations has been the transportation system. Focus on the people. This is one example of an agency out of bureaucracy that works. Well guided, well committed, a well-designed blueprint. It has worked across 4 administrations. It's about the quality of leadership. Lamata has demonstrated that agency can make to succeed and work for the people if implemented and guided with a vision. And be committed to a larger value. From launching the bus rapid system to the ferry, massive upgrading of road network, Lamata, thank you very much. Well done. History of Lagos will be written in gold. I understand the digital payment system platform, single one, I can use for ferry service, use for rapid bus, the rail, but not for rice and beans. Today we are gathered for the inauguration of the second of the 6 rail lines planned as part of that launching, that vision there. And I must thank our political leaders here present for believing in us, for lifting our spirit. We said we can do it. You believe in us. We said it will be focused on the people. You believed in us. We say the people's life will end up being better. You believed in us. I could hear a lot of noises right now. I live with it. I asked for this job. I cannot complain. It's all about democracy. But this revolution that is started, these reforms that is ongoing, we're not looking back. Because it's about the people. The engineering, reconstruction, the affirmation of our pledge to be loyal to our country. That's one thing I know, definitely, is that there's a very bright light at the end of the tunnel. I agree, small glass will fight back. Corruption will fight back. We will fight them to ruin. Corruption will go away. Save the money for you to educate our children, to pay for the healthcare system of our people, to pay for modern transportation system that work for highest number of people, not just few small glass and bootleggers. The fight is on. We be on it. We're not looking back. Thank God, Tamale as a public sector institution and Lagos State as a subnational government are both strong and constant. Constant reminders that true change is possible. I speak to Nigerians through this podium that change is possible and change we must achieve. Progress we must achieve. It's not about single individual. It's about the highest growing population in the world. Out of every 5 individual black-colored people is a Nigerian. We cannot afford to relax the budget population. We must plan and prepare for it. We must be committed to great value. And this economy, we will grow it, we will feed ourselves out of the penury, and we'll be happy that we did it. Taking a closer look at working on aviation, what is our problem? If it is corruption, we must exterminate it. No matter how hard it is fighting back, no to corruption. We must adhere to our pledge. Patriotism, perseverance, consistency, and stayed focused. The National Transportation Minister is here. It is very critical for your ministry to collaborate further with subnational government. To help build a Nigeria for the greatest number of our people. Nigeria must and will be able to enjoy access to multiple alternative modes of transport, all of which are safe, efficient, and affordable. Let me again here commend the Lagos State government under Mr. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for the giant strike. It was part of the vision from 20 years ago. I sent them around as their governor and their leader to other countries to look at the system. And they work hard. I am delighted that as we inaugurate the first phase of the Red Line, we cannot afford to rest on our oars. There's much work still to be done at national and subnational level, and no room for complacency. I very much look forward to the completion of the terminal of the other phase. I could see massive economic opportunity coming out of this. Thank our partner. The hope is here. We have a governor in hope. And I'm standing before you, clinging to that, assuring you my belief that Nigeria will be out of economic problems. We just need to persevere, work hard. Be assured. Allow me to throw a jab here. The labor union should understand that no matter how much we cling to our freedom and rights, to call for strike within 9 months of an administration is unacceptable. If you want to participate in the electoral process, wait on the 2027. If not, maintain peace. You are not the only voice of Nigerians. At this point, it is my singular pleasure to inaugurate the first phase of Lagos Rail Mass Transit Red Line. To the glory of God Almighty and for the benefit of the people. And watch the numbers going up. Today, I'm seriously honored. That I am a Lagosian, happy, and the first to be president from this day. The promise is not to let you down. We will be at the destination, joy, happiness, and prosperity. God willing. Thank you very much.